Hi, this is Andy Spackman, BYU's Business and Communications Librarian. This is the second of our videos on sources for secondary market research. I really encourage you to watch the first video, the introduction. It covers some of the fine print, some of the access and restrictions policies that apply to these tools. So please make sure that you watch it first. In this video, though, we're going to cover what I think of as the first step to market research, which is actually industry research. I think that research on almost any topic, any market, should start with industry reports for a basic understanding of the context of your market, of the project that you're working on. You can see here on the marketing research guide that I have resources grouped under market research and also under industry research. The way that I conceptualize this, even though the line between them can be blurry, is that industry research focuses on the industry size, outlook, and structure, barriers to entry, kind of that strategic view. Market research adds an emphasis on branding, trends, psychographics, consumer behavior. Industry research is usually shorter. Market research is longer. It's more likely to include original research. A high-quality industry report might be 20 or 30 pages and cost $1,000, while a good market research report might be 200 pages and, depending on the industry, from $4,000 to $15,000. So you can see here some of the tools available that I consider industry research. IBISWorld is usually the one that I'll start with. MarketLine does many of the same things. It has a little bit more of an international focus. And it's always nice to look at more than one provider so that you can have those different viewpoints. Statista is a little bit of a different animal. They just try to bring together statistics on almost any topic. So sometimes you'll look there and you'll come up empty, but sometimes you'll hit the jackpot. Let's take a look at Factiva. At IBISWorld. IBISWorld reports they're all set up the same. They're about 40 pages long. They're updated 2 to 4 times a year. And they cover a lot of different industries. So we can come in and just search on camping. We'll get some different possibilities here. None of them might be exactly what we're looking for, and that's typical. But let's take a look at this campgrounds and RV parks report. So this first page here, how do they define the industry? What's included? The industry at a glance is going to be kind of our executive summary. How big is this industry? How is it trending? What are some of the segments? These other tabs give different chapters. What's driving demand? What's the cost structure? What are barriers to entry? And if it's a consolidated industry, who are some of the main players and what's their market share? Now, as I mentioned, this report might not be exactly what we want. It can be hard to find secondary research, especially on innovative or niche markets. So it's often worth trying to identify a proxy, an analogous product or use case scenario or target market that you can research a little bit more effectively and decide what you find there can apply to the market that you're actually interested in. But remember that because the data you're using in a situation like that wasn't originally created to meet your specific needs, you might be applying it in ways its creators didn't anticipate. So be aware of assumptions you might be making and be prepared to justify the way you've applied the research you find. Don't stretch it too far. Also, while secondary research may be cheaper and faster than primary research in most cases, don't expect to find easy answers for specific questions about a niche or innovative product or service. If you're innovating, you're probably asking questions that haven't been asked before.